How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Black Metal Rebellion. I'm your host, Jesse Morgan, aka Slammerella, and you may have noticed that I've been gone for a month and a bit. My apologies for having quite a long hiatus on this channel. I normally don't leave this platform for that long. A couple of things were going on in my life that kind of prevented me from doing videos on here. And now that everything's settled and mostly back to normal, I figured I'd come on here and start again. Kind of a impromptu but somewhat needed break from YouTube anyways. I have in the meantime started up another channel, however, one being called the Sharp Hand Path. It's a channel where I'm going to be putting up videos of any of my martial arts related stuff involving my lessons from Iron Leaf and stuff like that. Anything that Sensei Spinner allows to be put up on there as well, of course. I think we're eventually going to make a Iron Leaf channel officially, but until we really figure out what we want to do with it, most of the martial arts that I'm going to be involved with will be going up on the Sharp Hand Path, aka the Kier Clan martial arts channel. So if you were interested, go check that out. I might have a link in the description if I remember. And you might have noticed that I may or may not have a little obsession with frogs at the moment. This specific frog hat was kind of inspired by Gemini Tay. She's a YouTuber that does Minecraft related videos for the most part and has recently been added to a series on YouTube called Hermitcraft, a very entertaining Minecraft related series with a bunch of different Minecraft channels that all contribute to this multiplayer online server. If you are into Minecraft, even the slightest, I highly recommend you go check out Gemini Tay's channel. She's very wholesome, very down to earth, loves frogs. I really enjoy her content. I also really enjoy Grian's content, Mumbo, Impulse SV, Good Times with Scar, and a couple others, Pearlescent Moon. But yeah, that's another thing that I kind of recently got into the last couple of months. Thank you to my friend Blaine Gilder as well for getting me back into Minecraft. Haven't played in a couple of weeks, but I'm probably gonna go back at it again and start building and stuff again in my world, because there's going to be some new mobs added. I'm not a really big fan of the Allay one. I think it's kind of a really silly creature. It goes around and picks up items if you give it an item. It doesn't do any mining or anything for you from what we're aware of. The creature or mob that was released before that to vote on is the Glare. I think that's a lot better mob, to be honest. It finds light sources of 0, which is where mobs can spawn, like evil mobs like skeletons and zombies and shit like that. So having a little character that follows you around and lets you know where shit's going to be popping up that's not good for your health, I think that's a little bit better than something that just goes around and cleans up after your dropped items or whatever. So yeah, also not a fan of the name Allay. I just don't like the way it's pronounced. I don't like saying it. The Glare sounds more metal and a lot cooler, and it's definitely a lot more helpful seeming mob. So we'll still have to wait for the third mob, though. There is a third mob that's going to be possibly being teased tomorrow or the next day or something. Hopefully it's better than the Allay. If not, I'm going to be voting for the Glare. So if you want to vote for what I'm voting for in useless first world things, there's what I'm possibly going to be going for if the third mob isn't that great. All right. Moving on to more frog related stuff. I've also picked up something recently. You're never too old to learn. I recently turned 36. Yeah, 36. So I'm still learning new things. I'm still picking up new hobbies and whatnot. One of the most recent hobbies that I've learned is something that is mostly stereotypically reserved for old ladies. And I guess this is definitely dating me and showing my age. So I picked up crocheting. No, not knitting. That's with 2 needles. Crocheting is the one with the hook. And the first thing I tried to make was something from Tori Story Creations. And again, since I'm sort of obsessed with frogs at the moment, don't know why, just just am. I get weird random obsessions with things every year, and this happens to be it this year, is frogs. So they have a little froggy friend that is a like simple beginner's crochet project that you can do, and I tried my hand at it. Here we go. That's my version of the froggy friend. The first time I've ever picked up a crochet hook and tried my hand at stitching this shit together. It could be better. Definitely not professional, but I think for someone who just picked up a crochet needle or a crochet hook, not bad, and pretty cute. I like it. Another thing that I worked on was a little, or amigurumi, if that's how you pronounce it, amigurumi. I have to look up what that word actually means. I feel like it just means cute stuffed animal, but it probably means something other than that. So I made an amigurumi owl for my mom. Here's a picture of one of the snapshots I took of it after I finished. It's mostly bits and pieces of different amigurumi tutorials that I looked up on YouTube, kind of mishmashed together. The head and the eyes and the ears was from one video, and then the body was taken from the tutorial from making this, and then the wings was from a completely other tutorial. So I kind of mashed 3 tutorials into one, and then the design on the wings was my own kind of idea and custom thing. Changing out colors from one yarn color to the other, not easy. Definitely not for a beginner. And I had to do that 2 or 3 times per wing. And then for the beak, they suggested to get some yellow fabric, cut it out, and then glue it to the face. For the one that I was looking up, I'm like, nah. First of all, I don't have that fabric to cut up and glue on. Second of all, it looks kind of cheap. So I just decided to crochet in a black beak, since most owls have black beaks anyway, not yellow ones. I think very odd owls might have a yellow beak. For the most part, like dark brown or black. So that's what I did. And then I just sewed in some V's for the feathers on the stomach. But yeah, I made that for my mom because she's a wise old owl and her favorite color is blue. So it was blue and white. And the last project, well, not last, I'm going to be making way more. I'm probably going to be making some horror character crochets. Shout at me later if you want one of your own. We'll discuss a price. It's not going to be cheap though. These are a pain in the ass to make. This thing is not complete yet, but this is going to be Mike Jones from Star Tropics, a kind of forgotten about game from the 90s on Nintendo Entertainment Systems. Really, really good. It's sort of like Zelda, the top-down kind of look. You go into dungeons and stuff and fight creatures and different things like that, and it ends up turning into this kind of like weird Metroid thing at the end, where you're fighting some aliens and this evil bad guy named Zoda, who turns out to be this giant reptilian dinosaur looking T-Rex thing. Pretty creepy. Highly recommend you check out a playthrough of it on YouTube. You Can Beat Games channel does a nice one. I really enjoyed that playthrough. It's about 2 hours though, so make sure you have some popcorn and plan some poop breaks. So yeah, this is going to be my attempt at a Mike Jones character. Never done this style of crochet character before. The body's a little slimmer than I want, and the head's definitely smaller than I expected. Proportionate to the body, but I accidentally skipped an increase layer, so it now has this small head. So I'm still needing to do the light blue jean shirt that Mike has, and I'm going to make some light blue shoes for him. And then that'll be the end of me trying to make this thing. And then I'll move on to probably some horror characters. I might try to do Commander Keen from Keen Dreams and There Goes the Galaxy or whatever. That's the one I played the most of, where you start off the game where your ship's kind of crashed and like there's this red bouncing guy and a yellow slug. Yeah, so that's kind of what I've been learning in the background. This is going to be a longer video, by the way, so hopefully you saw the runtime and are prepared for that. Again, what I've been doing in the background in the meantime, learning some new hobbies and stuff, getting obsessed with frogs, watching a bunch of Hermitcraft and Gemini Tay. But that's not it. I've also been doing some designing on my Redbubble shop. I have a couple of new Kier designs, Kier Clan designs, an Ivan Crail design, the evil wizard from my Emerald Spade series. It's up on there. But I also, again, frogs, got inspired by watching Straight Outta Compton again, because every now and then I go on this weird like gangster rap documentary movie phase, and then I get into it for a little bit and then I'm out of it again. It's like a micro phase. So I designed this. You're gonna laugh. Don't worry. It's a very weird and funny concept. But oh yeah, check this out. So here we go. FWA, Froggos with Attitudes. And here we go. I did a drawing of all, so we can get in here, of all the NWA characters going from probably left to right. But yeah, on the far in the dark green is Ice Cube. Beside him in the yellow is DJ Yella. And then after DJ Yella, beside him is the Doc, or the DOC, the blue frog there. Below the Doc, or the DOC, is obviously, I mean, if you can't tell who that is, it's Eazy-E, the orange frog. And then moving back up to the purple frog, that is DJ Prince, aka the Arabian Prince, kind of the forgotten member of NWA, but his album, Where's My Bitches? It's actually pretty pumping. It's got some crazy bass. Check that out if you can. Then beside the purple frog is MC Ren, who's just kind of casually flipping off the viewer. He's the red tomato frog there. He has some pretty decent albums too, gotta say. And then finally, on the other far end, the lighter green tree frog is Dr. Dre. He actually wore that weird coat at one point and that beanie, so I figured that would be a classic look. And all these guys are straight out of Swampton. Yeah, that was my little dad joke. Straight out of Swampton. Yep. So anyways, figured I'd go through that and show you guys. It's up on my Redbubble shop if you want to pick up a shirt or like a sticker or whatever. There's like a million different things that this designs on. They even have hats on there now, which is kind of cool. If I still wore regular hats, I'd probably pick one up. Yeah, so if you're into NWA or frogs, that's there for all your gangster rap and reptilian needs. Or frogs amphibian. Probably amphibian. So yeah, let me know what you think of that. That's kind of amusing. I have weird obsessions with things. What can I say? All right, so that's basically the end of the what's been going on behind the scenes part of the video. If you are interested, I also have a bunch of shirts to show off. This is, like I said, this is gonna be a long video. I got a couple of band shirts to show off and then a whole bunch of horror shirts to show off. All right, first shirt that I recently got was this. Nick, you're gonna love this one. Molly Crew, Shout at the Devil, super glam rock. Also recently watched The Dirt again, so kind of inspired me to get this. And Molly Crew's pretty sweet for a kind of glam metal band. Did I say glam rock before? Jesus Christ. Alright, next shirt I recently got was this, or well, the wife picked this up for me. This was supposed to be for her, but sometimes double XLs fit like XLs and they're just not very bigger girl friendly, so it ended up becoming mine. So it's Falling in Reverse. I'm not a vampire, revamped. I'm not a vampire, but I feel like one. It's from their first album, that song, but then they ended up doing like a heavier, weird remixed version, so I feel like that's what this shirt's about. And I like the coffin. That is very either Corpse Bride or Nightmare Before Christmas inspired looking person there. Sally, or the Corpse Bride or whatever. Either way, I don't listen to these guys much anymore, but I used to be huge into Escape the Fate and Falling in Reverse and stuff like that back in the day. So either way, pretty cool to have this shirt, just in case I randomly just get back into that style again. I'll have something to be able to wear and immerse myself in that style. And the last band shirt before I move on to the horror shirts, that's a lie. Actually, this is another one that was kind of gifted to me from my wife. This Rob Zombie Dragula shirt. That's also new. Fucking love that look. Classic Rob Zombie Hellbilly Deluxe look. Perfect. The green, the purple. Has all of the awesome things, in my opinion. And someone that's kind of fallen out of favor with the scene recently and the media because of some controversial exploits. But I got it anyways because the design looks sick as fuck. And it's just Edgelord fuel. I can't help it. I'm a bit of a self-proclaimed rebel, and Edgelord fuel is just something that goes hand in hand. So bear with this shirt, or don't if you like who this is. But here we go. Marilyn Manson, Antichrist superstar. Yeah, this is a very hinging on not only edgelord but kind of cringy too. But I don't know. It's very tacky and cringy and edgelord. I don't know. I just love this shirt for some reason. And then on the side, it's portrait of an American. I'm assuming portrait of an American family reference, but it just says portrait of an American. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. This has got to be a weird bootleg shirt, but I don't care. I love it. Anyway, it says, "I am the god of fuck." That, it doesn't get any more edgelord than that. It doesn't get any more try-hard than that. But there we go. More Marilyn Manson superstar. Portrait of an American superstar? Is that what they're trying to say with this? I don't know. It's all just try-hard, edgy cringe. But I love the shit out of it. It's obviously a bootleg. I highly doubt this is an official release. And if it is, let me know in the comment section. Is this actually an official release? It's made by this company, The Rocks. I don't know if they're legit or not. Either way, this is guaranteed to piss off some old ladies walking down the street of Oshawa, so worth it. All right, and again, here's a second chance for you to leave if you're just not wanting to sit through all this. But now I've got a fuck ton of horror movie shirts to go through with you because I got a few lately and there's nowhere else to show them off in. So you're seeing them in this return to form video. Here we go. First one. This one you've definitely seen in a previous video, but I don't know if I've shown it off properly yet. So here we go. Great trash from the 80s. Killer clowns from outer space. It's just such crazy Spencer's Hot Topic colors. But there we go. Love it. I heard in the rumor mill that they're thinking of making a modern sequel to this. I don't know if they're actually doing like a remake, but I think they're doing a sequel, but set in modern times. It returned like 40 years later, the Killer Clowns return or something maybe, but that would be cool. The Killer Clowns return. Yep, that's definitely what they got to call it. But yeah, love this. Very colorful. Evil clowns. Not much more to say. It's a really cool design and cool shirt and not so great movie, but it's a classic. It's a classic terrible B movie. All right, now for a couple of shirts regarding a certain series that I am super hyped for returning. That new trailer that came out a couple of days ago, or probably yesterday if you're watching this, for Scream 5, aka 5 Cream. Thank you 3C Films for that image. So I got a couple of Scream shirts to show off. Don't know if you've seen this one. There we go. It's just kind of the Ghostface character looking very prophetic and Jesus-like with the crown of thorns looking glow behind it. Maybe it's the moon. I don't know, but I don't know. It kind of has a very Jesus look to it to me for some reason. I don't know. I get a weird crown of thorns vibe from this. Either way, pretty cool. Very simplistic. Doesn't say Scream or Ghostface on it or anything except for like here in the neck part, right in the neck. But yeah, it says Ghostface there, so you at least know that's what the fuck it is. So very simple, and it glows in the dark. All right, this next one is another Scream one. Pretty sure you've seen this in either some of my pictures on social media and probably in a video on my Stuck Skate channel, but I wanted to show it off anyways since it's the only other Scream shirt I have that isn't the newest one I have. And here we go. It's this kind of like trippy retro colored blue, pink, and neon ass yellow, which probably glows in the dark. Really like this design. Again, doesn't say Ghostface or Scream on it, but it's a really neat design. And again, right in the neck it says Ghostface here, so at least you know again once what it is. It's a very iconic design and logo. All right, and the next and final Scream shirt that I have, I'm probably going to get more in the future, but the next and final Scream shirt I have is from a weird tarot card line that I've seen recently that Spirit Halloween and Hot Topic and a couple other places that sell horror shirts has. And this is the non-colored variant. There's a colored variant too, but this is the non-colored variant. I'm pretty sure it just glows in the dark. This is the Ghostface tarot card. You can see there, actually says Ghostface on the front. Has some skulls and a girl running away, and then Ghostface there with the moon. Really enjoy this one. Pretty sure I've seen Killjoy Jake and Jimmy Champagne wear these shirts, so really cool. Maybe even Sarah Hawkinson has these, I'm not sure, but quite a few of them have these tarot card horror shirts, and I love Scream and horror, so I definitely had to pick one up. Next in the tarot card design line is this Freddy Krueger Nightmare on Elm Street one. It just says Elm Street and has Freddy Krueger there. Again with another moon, pretty cool, and some entrails on the tree. There's a Scream version of this where there's entrails on the tree and colored, but yeah, this one is the Dreamer. I wish it showed better. It says right there, the Dreamer. Funny note about Freddy Krueger, he used to be one of my favorite horror movie characters when I was younger, funnily enough, but eventually the whole thing where Jackie Earle Haley played Freddy Krueger in the remake, and they really kind of dug in and delved deeper into him being a child molester as well as a killer, kind of mixed in on top, really didn't sit well with me. I know horror movies are supposed to make you feel uneasy and gross and stuff because it's horror and that's what it's supposed to do, but my love for Freddy Krueger kind of waned after that. Not a big fan of him being a child molester or wearing shirts and clothing with a child molester on it, even if it's just a fictional, even if it's just kind of a horror thing and that's what it's supposed to be, cheeky and creepy. But my love for Freddy Krueger after that kind of went. So hopefully if they ever do another remake or sequel, they retcon out that part so I can enjoy him a little bit more again. But you know, being a parent and having kids, this doesn't really have the same coolness to it anymore. But it's part of the tarot card line of horror designs. It just kind of got lumped into the things I had to get. Alright, second last tarot card line horror shirt design. Holy fuck, say that 5 times fast. This one's a little bit cooler, and by a little bit I mean a lot bit cooler. This one is The Boogeyman tarot card. Really cool. Really enjoy Michael Myers. Definitely my top favorite slasher horror icon. Just cannot wait for Halloween Kills. It's probably going to be amazing. Although I still say they've never really done Michael Myers justice. I feel like he could be a way crazier character than he is. Besides just like a babysitter killer, I feel like he could definitely wreck an entire SWAT team full of a room full of SWAT team members, no problem. Just the sheer strength and viciousness that he could portray and have on screen just hasn't been done yet. The closest they ever got was probably the hospital scene from Rob Zombie's Halloween, and the asylum or hospital scene from Curse of Michael Myers Part 6. That end was fucking nuts. Those two scenes are the closest I think I've ever seen to what I feel Michael Myers could really do. But yeah, cool to have this tarot card version of that in there. And the last tarot card one is something that the wife's more into. I mean, I enjoy the It series, but also, again, it's just something that had to make its way into my collection because of this tarot card design, is Pennywise, the dancing clown. I have affinity for evil clown characters. There's a little closer look. Very colorful, kind of dark and dreary. You can see Georgie's SS Georgie boat there and the storm drain that it kind of goes into where Pennywise would come out of. This definitely looks more like the Tim Curry version as opposed to the Bill Skarsgård version, which some people like less, some people like more. I like both. Tim Curry's is more of like a campy 80s version for sure, and Bill Skarsgård's is obviously a more modern, creepier, like, whoa, what the fuck is that look? Especially when he has like those like teeth and everything. Just wow. Yeah, that's not a clown that's going to be seducing me to come anywhere closer to it. That's for sure. Tim Curry's maybe because he's goofy and kind of funny, but Bill Skarsgård's hell nah. I ain't going anywhere near that. Wipe off the makeup and we'll talk. But yeah, cool. Cool addition to the tarot card one. I think the only tarot card one I don't have now is the Chucky one and the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark one, which I know Sarah Hawkinson has. So you're lucky for having that one. Does anyone have the Chucky one from the tarot card series? Let me know in the comments. Also, I'm not into tarot cards or tarot readings. I just like the designs. Alright, if you stuck it out this long, you've got 2 more shirts to see, and you are an MVP for actually watching this much of my video. Holy crap, I appreciate it. So, here's a treat for you. This one, I've been wanting to find a shirt for this series in a long ass time. It's been like forever. I haven't been able to find anything. Farewell to the Flesh or Day of the Dead or even the original. If you know what I'm talking about, though, there was a movie made recently. Jordan Peele, I think, did it? Maybe I'm wrong. But anyways, Candyman. I need to see that. I haven't seen the new movie yet. I hear from a couple of sides that it's good. I hear from a couple of sides that it's terrible. I always give horror movies a break because they're horror movies. They're not fucking Oscar-winning performances. They never are, so why shit on them? Anyways, here we go. This is How to Summon the Candyman. Now, this isn't a official Stephen Rhodes design, I don't think, but it definitely has that Stephen Rhodes color, feel, design to it. And then up here, you can see, it says Candyman. This one apparently is Farewell to the Flesh. So, interesting. Possibly legit licensed Candyman shirt done in the Stephen Rhodes style. Win-win in my opinion. I like Stephen Rhodes, as you'll see. And this is pretty sick. So, hell yeah. Cheers to having my first Candyman shirt that really needed to find a way into my collection. Alright, and the last one, a legit Stephen Rhodes shirt that kind of reminded me of Jordan Peele's Us movie. I'm still debating on whether I liked Us better or worse than Get Out. I think Us is a lot more entertaining. Get Out is a little bit more political and topical, and I feel for that, but Us is definitely more entertaining, except for the doppelganger's voice. I can't with that voice. I can't take that shit seriously. It made me die laughing. But the action and horror parts of that movie, perfect. All right, so here we go. Here's what I'm rambling on about. This is the Meet Your Doppelganger Stephen Rhodes shirt, activities for children. And then, of course, right there you can see that it's official Stephen Rhodes shirt. So that's pretty cool. And the creepy girl with the teddy bear and the eyeballs and the withered kind of like dress and missing a shoe. Creepy, very creepy. I love the turquoise and purple colors though. Very, very, very cool. And the lightning strike outside. Yeah, it might not be official Us merch, but it's Stephen Rhodes and it's just creepy and I love it. So yeah, let me know if you have any Stephen Rhodes shirts or if you're interested in that kind of stuff. They're really interesting designs and kind of a spooky twist on, like, again, kids activities things. So it's like a little bit more ominous too. And that is it for this kind of comeback return to form video. I know it's not the black metal collection update or the alternative metal bands update that I was promising before the break. I will probably do the black metal collection update first. The alternative metal albums video that I have planned is going to take a little bit of research and a little bit more effort than I really plan on putting into that genre right now, because I'm not really super into that genre at the moment. I was when I was starting to collect it and getting the idea for the video, but a month and a half later, I'm not feeling it. So it might be a little bit before that video, but I'll probably have the energy to at least do some research and some stuff and to get properly prepared for the black metal collection update at least. So thanks for sticking around if you have this long. Cheers. Thank you very much. Sorry for the giant wait, and we'll hopefully get some more videos coming very, very soon. That's it for me, for Glory, for the Rebellion. Froggerella out.